Here we go. Hey, hello everyone. Thanks everyone to dialing into our live session, coming directly through LinkedIn and Facebook. For those of you who are new to this, we will be online for about 30 minutes and we'll talk with the founders of HT System about their new products, about their successes in the current Pledge Me equity raise campaign. So we will ask a lot of questions. I have some written down, but it would be great to get your questions too. Just pop them into the chat, and then we can see it, and we'll read them out. Kia ora, all three of you. I'm Jackie Leverty from Pledge Me, and we have here Richard Shepard, Alex O'Keefe, and Keith Alexander, the CTO, and the original founder of Harpite Transfer Systems. Welcome to all three of you.
Thank you.
Hope you're feeling good, all cool after your big tour. Alex, I understand that you would like to share an amazing story about how your new product is kind of coming to life and changing the life of your customers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jackie. It's been about a year since we first got asked by a client. He said the carer is the hoist for the home. His wife could move him at home and they were having a great time, feeling independent at home. And he said to me, I want to go on holiday to Thailand. How do I take it with me? And I thought, how is he going to get this thing to Thailand on the plane with him? And so we went away and we figured we could make the carer sit into something small and lightweight that would allow him and his wife to go on holiday together. And so flash forward a year, and I was hardly able to contain myself and told everyone that I met about this new, exciting, lightweight piece of equipment that was coming. And so in September, we were able to finally launch the Kera Lightning. We call it the Lightning because it's set up in a flash and it's lightening the load of travel. And it is a lightweight piece of equipment that allows someone to transfer their partner who's in a wheelchair, but it also collapses up into a small 20-kilogram package, so it can be taken on a plane. And so on our road trip about a month ago, we left Christchurch and worked our way out the country, demonstrating our new product to users of the Kera Sit-to-Sit. And they were really delighted about what this would mean for their future. For many of these people, they had booked holidays on cruise ships before they'd gotten their Kera Lightning, which showed great confidence in us. And since then, we've had great reports of people using it on a cruise ship, taking it on a plane, people planning their Christmas holidays to see their family because now they have the freedom to travel with their piece of mobility equipment. So we're absolutely delighted to have created something that is giving back these freedoms to our clients.
It must be amazing, when you out of a sudden can leave the house and travel or even go for coffee somewhere. That's really cool. Thank you.
That's right.
Yeah. So HT Systems' plan is to accomplish the next step in the growth to become a global multi-product technology company. Is this right?
That's right.
So we just wanted to give everyone who wants to invest into impact and supporting the next growth phase of HT Systems that opportunity to get a bit more of information and background to where the company is heading. Richard, you successfully ran equity campaign last year this time. What have you achieved since then? What has the company achieved, and what are you currently raising your investment for?
Sure, Jackie. So, essentially the biggest thing that we achieved was we doubled our revenues. So we've been now in Australia for over 18 months, and that's been a growth engine for us. And that enabled us to get to $500,000 revenue in the last financial year. And it's actually now starting us, we're now looking at for this financial year to at least be 1.5 times what we did the year before. So no, that's the big thing for us. It's about driving revenue and getting growth. On the other side of things, we were nominated as a finalist for the New Zealand High Tech Awards in the Tech for Public Good. So that was really exciting for us, and recognition
It
of
was
all the
amazing.
things that we've been doing. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And the final thing Alex has talked about is we developed and we launched our Kera Lightning, which we're marketing as the lightest, most portable hoist available, which means that people can get out of their homes, whether it's just travelling around the corner for a coffee, visiting friends, or going further afield on cruises and travelling overseas. So that's kind of what we've done in the last year. And the other part of what we've done is set ourselves up to really scale and grow the business in the next year. And that's what this money that we're raising comes into. So we're looking to raise $1 million across 2 campaigns, one being this one, the crowdfunding campaign through Pledge Me, and also a wholesale campaign to high net worth investors as well. And essentially what that will enable us to do is to transition our production into Asia. And doing that gives us capacity, so we'll be able to produce lots more units. But the second part of it is that they'll be a lot cheaper as well, which means that our margins will double from 30 to 60%, which really means that we can get into a profitable position as a business. Once we're able to mass produce our products, then we'll be able to take that capacity and get into larger markets. And one of the largest markets that we've identified is the US, in fact, North America, so US and Canada. And we're actually, Alex went there in May and visited and did an expo there. And we met up with some distributors, and we're talking with those distributors now about being able to roll out into North America mid next year. The final 2 things that we want to do with funding is to have more people on board. So that enables Alex and myself to do what we do best, and also to be able to drive, to get people on, particularly in the sales development and business development space, to drive sales further in Australia, and some back office sort of work as well, so that Alex and I can get out, as I say, and do what we do well. And then finally, we're a tech firm essentially, and part of us doing what we need to do and do it well is what Alex does well is actually develop technology, and we need to get more engineers on board to help us develop our pipeline of new products, which everyone's already seen the lifting vest. Oh, everyone may not have seen, but we've got a new lifting
Very
vest.
Very impressive, I can say, yeah.
Which is pretty impressive, and that'll be the base technology for the next new products that we bring out. So we've got a really strong, big, program of work that we want to do, split into phases and split. But the first thing that we need to do, and that we're working on at the moment, is raise the funds to be able to do that, and then to be able to scale our business after that and become profitable in 2026. And that was a lot of talking, sorry, but hopefully that's everything.
No, that's fine. Here was a question: how did the Kera Lightning get through in Australia? I think that's for you, Alex. How was it received? I think that's what it means.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting question. I guess we can speak to the rollout plans for the Kera Lightning. So we've only launched the Kera in New Zealand. The next step to take it to Australia is that it needs to be registered with the TGA, which is the authority body over there for therapeutic goods. And that requires it to go to a lab and be tested, which we've done before with the Kera, so we know the costs and the complexities to that. And it needs to be registered with the TGA. So it's a short process that we don't foresee any snags with. The requirement for that is resource. So once we have set up the ability to manufacture and the numbers that we know that will move in Australia, and we're ready to support the product in that space, then we'll hit the button and go through that process and have the unit or the Kera Lightning available in Australia. So it will be, I'm sure it will be very well received. Australia is a great place for a road trip, and so I'm certain that there'll be people out there who have their carer at home and want to hit the road.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
And the good news is that we actually have had a Kera Lightning in Australia. One of our clients actually took it on holiday with them when we were doing our first batch of testing. So it's been in Australia and back, been to Sydney and back again, and worked really well.
Oh, great. Fabulous. And so in a campaign, you are always setting a minimum goal, and we see that you have already over 50%, actually per now, 60% of your minimum goal achieved after that first week of being out there. Congratulations. Could you maybe give us a short intro about all those products of HT Systems at the moment? We've talked about the Kera Lightning. The West is there. What are your new kids on the block?
Yeah, certainly. So to give you a rundown of the products, the first Kera came from the concept from Keith Alexander, and that was off the back of 15 years of research. And so Keith's put a lot of work into developing the original concept, and then in the last 6 years, we've taken Keith's concept, brought it to market, and validated its place in the market. So our first product you would call the Kera Sit to Sit, which is a piece of equipment that helps a caregiver, often a partner or loved one, move their loved one at home from chair to chair easily. And that would be a wheelchair to bed or a wheelchair to armchair, that kind of transfer. Secondly, we've talked about the Kera Lightning. It does a very similar job, but it can be folded up and taken on the go. In the process of developing the Kera, we learned a lot and developed an in-house knowledge about how to lift someone or how to transfer someone who spends their life in a wheelchair. And that is where the idea for the lifting vest came from. So if you haven't seen that, jump onto our YouTube channel and find the lifting vest video. It's a pretty special video. And the idea is that we know how to lift people very, very cleverly just by a hug around the upper body. And this has all sorts of benefits that we see down the track in terms of making it easy to get someone from seating to standing, allowing walking therapy to be done in a very smart way, also making transfers that might be a little bit off the beaten path easier, like into like skis for people in wheelchairs, or potentially into kayaks. And we see it being very useful in all sorts of other applications. So that lifting vest technology that we've patented and are developing will become the heart of developing more products around that and more ways of using that. So our pipeline is creating products that make transfers simpler so that people in a wheelchair and those who care for them can spend less time on the tasks and more times on the activities.
Right. Thank you, Alex. That's really insightful. That brings me also to this question: what about the intellectual property of your products? You said it's you have patents. Is this the same for all of the products?
Yes. So on the Kera, Keith developed the first patent for what year was that?
It's a long time ago now.
It's a long
Somewhere in the middle of this century, I know, let's say 2010, somewhere like that.
That's right.
So Keith's first patent was the catalyst for this company and the beginning of the project. To further our intellectual property portfolio, we put a new patent on the developments that we made as a company in the first year on the Kera, and that is patented in the US, Australia, and New Zealand. To supplement that, as we grow into other jurisdictions and with other products in that same family, we'll be adding design registrations, which cover new developments in a way that we can expand it into other countries that we haven't covered. And we'll take a similar approach like we have, but with the lifting vest, that's still in a filing stage. So we haven't selected the countries, which gives us lots of opportunity as we develop its potential. From there, we'll add design registrations and other IP tools to keep our intellectual property protected. The better that we can control our technology, the more of the market we'll be able to capture and the greater things we'll be able to do.
Fabulous. Great. I've got a question in here. What's exciting you most about the next phase of HD Systems?
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, everything. Absolutely. It's no, for us, no, Alex and I and Keith have worked on this project for a long time now. We started the company in 2018, and no, in that time we've been able to get out and we've sold 300 units across essentially the world. And I guess the exciting thing is what out of producing those 300 units, we've helped thousands and thousands of people to be able to change their lives and make mobility easier and make their family lives easier. But the next phase means that we'll be able to do that on steroids. Getting into somewhere like the US, being able to mass produce our products will mean that we're able to really help so many more people. And with the new products as well that we're bringing into life, I guess, is we'll be able to again help more and more people do more and more things. So for me, that's the exciting thing. Me personally, as someone that's come out of quite a large business background, also being able to work in a much larger business will be exciting as well. So at the moment, Alex and I are doing everything. Alex assembles the units in Christchurch, and I do the bookkeeping, sometimes badly, sometimes well. So to be able to really do what we're really good at and will be an exciting thing too.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you. Here's another question: is how quickly can you get the new travel Kera into the countries you are currently selling into? Will you use your current distributors?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, at the moment we distribute the Kera in New Zealand. We also distribute it in Australia through AdaCare. And AdaCare are the largest healthcare equipment manufacturer provider in Australia, but they're also expanding into the UK as well. And they've taken the Kera, and the Kera is at the forefront of their expansion into the UK. We also sell direct, the Kera direct, into many countries around the world, including the US, Africa, Middle East, and some of Asia as well. So we're really excited about being able to take the Kera Lightning and to be able to do the same thing. And definitely, the Kera Lightning will be sold in Australia and the UK through AdaCare as part of an arrangement, and we can't wait to take it also to the US as part of our suite of products with the Kera to be able to launch there as well. So absolutely. We also see the Kera Lightning as being a slightly exciting product in the fact that it takes us into new markets. There's more people that qualify for the Kera Lightning because it's so portable. So they're putting their hands up. People with spinal injuries, paraplegics that have maybe aged a little bit and going on cruises and can't self-transfer as easy now looking at the Kera Lightning. So, but the second part of that is also that we're able to sell direct to people. So, the Kera at the moment is actually sold mostly through governments or insurance companies in the US and that type of thing. And the Kera Lightning is a bit more of a discretionary purchase in some cases. So that means that we'll be able to, and because it's smaller, it's easier boxed up and shipped as well. So we'll be able to ship it direct to more and more people. So, we see the expansion of the Kera Lightning as being a quicker thing. But first things first, we want to get it tested in the lab and then get it registered in those countries.
Okay, thank you. So maybe it would be good to demonstrate how the Kera Lightning works. Is this possible, Alex? Could you do this? And probably while you're setting up, I could ask Richard if the Kera Lightning will replace the Kera.
Sounds good. we're seeing with the people that we've taken the Kera to on our tour, the Kera Lightning, I should say, on our tour, we're actually seeing though that the Kera Lightning is an addition. So the Kera sit to sit is used in their home, and is very useful in the home and for day-to-day, 5 times a day use. The Kera Lightning is portable and can be used outside the home, and also to get people outside the home as well. So we're seeing people being able to put their partner into the car with the Kera Lightning, and then to be able to put it in the boot and take them out for coffee or to see friends, that type of thing. So we're seeing it as a supplementary thing rather than replacing the Kera sit to sit. As I said before, we're also seeing because it's enabling people to travel. We're seeing more and more people putting their hands up and saying, "Hey, this is a great product. There's nothing else in the marketplace that I can travel with." And so we're seeing more and more people actually using this product, the Kera Lightning. So we're really super excited about getting it out to the rest of the world.
Okay. There are more questions coming in, and please keep them coming. But Alex, are you ready to
go? Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let me go back here, and then we can have you in full picture.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
I've got the Kera Lightning. It weighs 18 kilograms out of the bag, so a nice light unit. And yeah, so I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to set up. So a few bits come off. And those bits is nice and lightweight. We have, you might not be able to see that, but we shoot out some tip stops to make sure that it's nice and safe. We pop some straps, which means it can fold up. There's one pin to connect up.
Oh, that looks pretty easy.
Push the button and it stands up tall. You put the handle in. And the chest pad slides into place. And we are ready to go.
Wow.
So, quick setup. Yeah, I have the back strap here. So Keith's going to wheel into frame. I'm going to show you just how it works for anyone who hasn't seen the Kera working. So, Keith, if you can wheel in for me. Here he is. Yeah, wonderful. So the beauty of the Kera system is that instead of having to get anything under Keith, it just needs the strap down behind his back. He can lean back into that. And that is all the fitting to him that I have to do. As I wheel up to him, he's going to help me with his feet today. You can keep, like you. We're going to get nice and close so his knees touch. Put the brakes on. And so, Keith is likely someone who's not using his arms very well, so we'd be helping him rest his arms in this little cushion here. The device gives him a nice firm hug by just me pulling the straps nice and tight. Great, and that just gives Keith a warm hug up against this chest pad here. I'm going to set the handle so that I've got the right leverage for his weight, and then it's just as simple as me pulling down and Keith up into that forward resting position in which it locks. We know we're nice and safe here. You can take the brakes off. I'll wheel this out of the way, move the wheelchair. And we'll have Keith in his armchair in no time. You can wave hello, Keith. There's no reason. Great. And so we have Keith sitting down in his armchair just like that.
Wow. Easy enough. Thanks for being such a good model, Keith. So that looks very special. We have more, another question in here from Neil. Who are the main competitors developing these types of products, and what makes HG believe that you have a competitive point or advantage at the moment?
Cool. Do you want me to answer that? I'll answer that. So our main competitors are, there's a lot of them. There's quite a few billion-dollar companies in this space, Swedish and American firms, and essentially what they do is what they did 80 years ago. Their innovative point is to be able to put a bigger battery or some soft touch materials or that type of thing. What we're seeing is that a traditional product takes more than one person to be able to operate, in a lot of cases takes a lot of time. So what we're talking about is somebody with a mobility disability needs to get out of bed in the morning and into their wheelchair, have a shower and go to the bathroom and then get on with their day. And with the traditional type of products, essentially they take more than one person. So you've got to wait for usually another caregiver to arrive till somebody gets on so that they can get on with their day. From the actual operation point of view, a lot of the products actually have a sling that goes under someone's bottom. And what that means is that you've got to actually lift the person up, which is quite a strenuous activity to get the sling under their bottom, lift them up, put them onto a bed, take their clothes off, and then to be able to put them onto a chair to be able to go to the shower and that type of thing. Our process is quite a lot different. You saw Alex there with Keith. He puts a strap around Keith's back, which means that there's access to Keith's lower clothing. Keith's strapped into the device, and then so he's nice and stable. As you saw, it only took one person, Alex, to be able to move someone that's completely has no strength or balance to be able to stand up, and it does it quickly as well. So essentially where we see our point of difference is definitely in the number of caregivers, but also the time and energy it takes us to use our product, which means that there's more time for people to live, whether it be the caregiver or the person that actually is being transferred as well, because both people have got the energy and time to get on with their days.
Thank you. There was another question coming in here from Raja. What's the feedback from occupational therapists so far to the products?
Yeah.
Alex, maybe what for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Occupational therapists are essentially the key stakeholder in our sales process. So in New Zealand, in Australia, and all over the world, really, there'll be a therapist who advises their client, who's the person at home who needs some assistance, on what type of equipment to buy. Now, those therapists are selecting the best equipment for their clients. Therapists think that this equipment is amazing because it solves a problem for them. They see clients at home and the wife just wants to look after her husband. And the occupational therapist is at the point where they have to say, either we need 2 other people coming into your home 3 times a day to use this hoist for you to care for your husband, or we're going to have to move him into a rest home. And you can imagine the emotion that comes with that, and that's what the occupational therapist faces. And so for them to have a tool that allows a partner to care for their loved one at home by themselves, it takes huge relief off the therapist, because they can offer the solution that people are desperate for and be able to provide it. And then we put the cherry on top by offering all of these accessories and adjustments and options to the carer that means it can work for a really diverse range of clients and can make a huge difference in their lives. So occupational therapists, once they've been explained what it is, it looks a bit different to the norm, they understand and it becomes part of their tool. So it's a great tool for that market.
Fabulous. We are coming very close to our half an hour mark. Should we probably talk about, so people can buy the product directly, but people can also invest and become a shareholder. So what do they need to do, Richard?
To invest in
Yeah.
HT Systems is as easy as going to Pledge Me. You'll find our page at Pledge Me, and you'll be able to download information, watch our video about our campaign and our products, and see some really good stuff. And then it's really easy to invest. Essentially, there's a button on the right hand side that says make a pledge, and you can do that and pledge away. The minimum investment is $504. That's it. As soon as the campaign finishes, which is the 12th of November, the lovely people at Pledge Me will be in contact to actually work through payment of the investment, and then we'll issue the shares after that.
Okay, fabulous. And when someone has pledged, there is another question from Neil. Do you have plans for shareholder exit, such as a listing or providing a share trading market?
Absolutely. So no, this is a really good question. And so last year the board signed off on a 5-year plan, and the 5-year plan was to get to a revenue of $30 million in 2028.
Yeah.
And no, we feel that that's a really good size for the business, and a really ambitious ask. But what it will mean is that then we're looking really good for acquisition. So will be a bit of a pain to the existing manufacturers, and they'll also see that we're at a size that it will be. They can add a lot of value through their distribution and manufacturing networks as well. So, our ideal goal is to be acquired by one of the many large competitors in the space, that's where we're aiming towards.
Fabulous. Thank you. I don't know if there were not more questions coming in. We take any last questions now. I think otherwise we can. Do you have anything else to specifically to say, Richard, or shall we wrap this up? We don't have any more questions coming at the moment, but people can still get in touch with either with Pledge Me or with HT Systems directly. Happy to answer questions, help you with signing up on the as an investor on Pledge Me side. All of those details, really.
Great.
Last word to you, Richard.
Check it out, our website, htsystems.co.nz. There's lots of really good information. And the thing that, is, as I said earlier, really floats our boat and we're excited about is helping people. So there's some really good user stories there as well. And you'll see some more being posted of people using the Kera Lightning, but also the Kera as well, and how we've changed their lives. So I think, if you're interested in impact investing, that'll certainly satisfy the impact side of things, and we're really we believe that we're well placed and on the cusp of generating good profits as well.
Fabulous. Okay, thank you so much. Thank to all 3 of you, Keith, especially you, being a great model, and all the best for the campaign.
Great.
So,
Thanks.
cheers.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.